Thank you. Everyone having a good time? Said Paris talked about her dress being heavy. Oh, little Paris. Try carrying these around. I got some on my back, too. It's been a long night. Hey, Audrey Day. Okay, we're gonna move right along. I see you, sir. Handsome. All right, when it comes to special effects makeup, only a handful of names come to mind. Among them is our next honoree, who has created some of the most famous characters in film. Ladies and gentlemen, meet Joel Harlow.
For over 30 years, Academy Award and Emmy winner Joel Harlow has become an essential part of the motion picture industry as one of the most inventive special effects artists in Hollywood. In 1986, Joel left North Dakota for New York, where he got a taste of film, working on famous cult horror classics such as Killing Spree, Basket Case, and the Toxic Avenger franchises. It wasn't long before Joel ventured to LA, where 4 years later he won an Emmy Award for Stephen King's The Stand, followed by a second for The Shining miniseries. Joel worked on his first union film for Rick Baker on How the Grinch Stole Christmas. He continued to hone his craft on AI, Planet of the Apes, and Buffy the Vampire Slayer, for which he received his third Emmy nomination. The success of his creature and feature characters took off with Adaptation, Carnival, and Constantine. But it was on Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl, where Joel began his long-standing relationship with Johnny Depp, director Gore Verbinski, and producer Jerry Bruckheimer. From key makeup artists on Curse of the Black Pearl, Dead Man's Chest, and At World's End, Joel became department head on Pirates of the Caribbean, on Stranger Tides, and, more recently, Dead Men Tell No Tales. From one captain to another, Joel won an Academy Award in 2010 in J.J. Abrams' Star Trek. He returned to the blockbuster franchise on Star Trek Beyond. Joel also took on Angels and Demons, Christopher Nolan's Inception, followed by The Green Lantern. But his most significant mark is his work as Johnny Depp's makeup artist, creating some of the most versatile characters for Alice in Wonderland, Alice Through the Looking Glass, The Tourist, Mordecai, Into the Woods, Dark Shadows, Black Mass, and The Lone Ranger, which earned him a second Academy Award nomination. Now running his Morphology FX Inc. studio, Joel's career in special effects makeup is unstoppable.
Please welcome to the stage Star Trek's Vulcan Commander Spock, actor Zachary Quinto.
Thank you so much. I'm really happy to be here. In a universe like Star Trek, special effects makeup is an essential but an enormous component in making this world believable and allowing all of us to do the best jobs we can. And it's no small task transforming actors, dozens and dozens of actors, into otherworldly creatures and in some cases half aliens. But Joel does it with grace and generosity and incredible talent. And because this year, the last film we made, Star Trek Beyond, was the 50th anniversary of Star Trek, Joel thought it would be a good idea to honor that milestone by having 50 unique and separate aliens in the film. We've now made 3 Star Trek movies in this reboot, and that's more than any of the aliens in the other 2 films combined. So it was a huge undertaking, and I was fortunate enough to get a close-up view of his process. I was lucky to get a tour of his shop up in Vancouver where we shot, and it was truly like the workshop of a master artist. The detail, the beauty, the efficiency of these makeup designs was really staggering. But the other thing is, you know, they go on, some of them take 4 or 5 hours. The patience and the commitment that's required to bring these characters to life is unfathomable to me, and I have to go through it to a certain extent myself. But he just does it with a smile every day, and with the comfort and the collaboration of his actors at the forefront of his mind and of the experience. And you know, they go on for 4 and 5 hours. They take sometimes anywhere. Mine, I would get mine off as quickly as I could at the end of the day. Maybe it would take 15, 20 minutes for me to get out of my relatively mild ears and eyebrow design. But some of them would take, you know, an hour and a half, 2 hours to get out of. So that's 6 hours combined for one day, and you can't use them again. So everybody has to go through it the next day all over again. So this sense of camaraderie and the sense of connection that comes out of that experience is so unique. And you know, the other thing about Joel for me was he was overseeing all of these designs and the application and the execution of all of these designs through the course of the 5 months that we were shooting. And yet he was always there every morning, because he made a commitment to me at the beginning of this film that he would oversee the application of my ears as Spock and my eyebrows. And he never missed a beat, he never missed a day, no matter how busy you know, the background players were that he had to get through the works. He was always there for me. And my favorite story about Joel and my experience working with him was in the other two movies where other people did my makeup. I had this really comfortable chair. It was like the kind of thing I could put back and lay in, and it was like cushy, and I didn't have to worry about it because I was in the works for like 2.5 hours for this film. And he couldn't get the one that I had from the other two films, so he just had one made for me, which he said tonight he still has. And it's just that kind of thoughtfulness, it's that kind of commitment, it's that kind of concern for the comfort of the actors that he's working with that sets him apart. He was part of the team that won the Academy Award in 2009 for Star Trek. He's led the team that's now nominated next week for Star Trek Beyond, and he couldn't be more deserving of those honors. He's an incredible guy. He runs his team with, like I said, generosity, thoughtfulness, and enormous talent, and I'm really thrilled to be here tonight to celebrate him and also to celebrate all of you, but specifically him. Let's bring up Joel Harlow.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much to the Hollywood Beauty Awards. I'm enormously touched to be here, to be accepting this award. And I accept this award not for myself, but on behalf of a team that I work with, show after show, that gives their all, gives an incredible amount of artistic creativity and technological creativity and passion. No man is an island. I think growing up as a child in North Dakota, I never dreamt that I would be receiving an award or acknowledgement of any kind like this for the work that I was doing basically in my garage, you know, in my father's basement, spilling plaster all over the floor and, you know, destroying my mother's oven in an attempt to figure out how to do, you know, special effects makeup. You know, I'm incredibly humbled by this. You know, and it's been a long road to get here. And there are so many people that have influenced me over the years, you know, so many artists, whether they realize it or not. You know, I'm a sponge, you know, I think we all are as artists. We see things that other artists have created, and we take from that and we use that, whether it's conscious or subconscious. So I'm a product of your work. And the work of so many other artists that I admire. And I think that's why I do this. I do this for the art. And I think that we as artists, we should do this for the art, you know, regardless of the recognition or the compensation that comes along with it. If you love it, do it. If you have something inside you that drives you to create, create. There are so many people that I should thank. You know, I would not be here anywhere close to a stage like this without the support and guidance of my parents. I'm very lucky to have them. They're here tonight, Steve and Irene. I love you guys. My children, Jackie, Alec, Ashley, Bobby, you know, my in-laws, Charlie and Peggy, and of course my beautiful wife, Cindy, who guides me and guards me so that I can create with immunity. I'm humbled. Thank you so much, all of you. Thank you for this honor.
Please welcome the